Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, Mystic Magic. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at the full moon in Libra that's happening April 16, 2022. This is going to be a reading for the collective, so there's no piles to choose from today. Before we get into it, I'm gonna go through some other astrological events that are happening around the time of this full moon. So if you're not interested in hearing about any of that, feel free to scroll down to the description box or the pinned comment and you can skip ahead to the reading. A couple of quick disclaimers before we start. Tarot is just a tool that reads the current energy, and energy is always changing. So if you hear something you don't like, know that you have free will and the power to create change. Keep in mind this is a general reading, so take the messages that resonate and leave the rest behind. Don't try to force all the messages to fit for you in your life. There could simply just be messages here that are meant for other people watching that just aren't meant for you. So with that being said, we are going to take a look at some of these other astrological events that are happening. In the lunar cycle, full moons represent culmination, completion, reflection, and letting go. This is the first full moon of the astrological new year. We're leaving fiery Aries and moving into a harmonious Venusian time. In the cardinal air sign of Libra, this full moon is going to highlight our relationships with others. You may feel inspired to take the lead in regards to your romantic connection, maybe by planning a romantic weekend for two or having that honest conversation that's been put on the back burner. This is a great opportunity to release anything that's been holding you back in your connections, like fears, doubts, insecurity, trust issues. You get the idea. Remember, Libra is very diplomatic, cooperative, and peace-seeking, and with Venus's influence, there's also an opportunity to patch up any relationship troubles you've been having lately. This full moon will also highlight any areas of your life that are currently unbalanced, and this will give you the opportunity to release whatever has been weighing you down. Have your relationships been unbalanced? How can you give more to yourself? What expectations do you have that could be holding you back in some way? Lastly, if you've been working on any creative or artistic projects, this full moon is a great time to wrap things up. So in terms of other important astrological events happening in and around the time of this full moon, firstly, in case you missed it, we had Jupiter conjuncting Neptune in Pisces, which happened on April 12th. And this is a really rare alignment that hasn't happened since 1856. Jupiter, the planet of blessings, expansion, and good fortune, aligns with Neptune, the planet of dreams, illusion, and mystery, in the watery sign of Pisces. Classically, Pisces is ruled by Jupiter, and in modern astrology, Pisces' ruling planet is Neptune. So both of these planets are very happy in the sign of Pisces. What these three have in common is spirituality, higher learning, philosophy, and creative arts. This is a particularly magical time, and expect to gain access to otherworldly ideas and inspirations. There's a profound depth to this rare alignment, making it easy and natural to connect to yourself on a soul level and really discover more about who you are and why you're here. So basically all the big existential questions. This is an amazing opportunity to explore anything in regards to spirituality and art, and don't be surprised if your psychic gifts break through during this time. Next, on April 18, we have the Sun in Aries squaring Pluto in Capricorn. This challenging aspect is somewhat a clash of the titans. The Sun will illuminate subconscious fears and the ego will be challenged or feel under threat. With Capricorn's influence, this could be in regards to your status, reputation, or career. You may feel resistant as hidden things come up to the surface, feeling temporarily lost, and find yourself questioning your identity and how you present yourself to the world. You may experience power struggles in your relationship dynamics, and even feeling confrontational towards authority figures. But it's not all doom and gloom. Pluto isn't just about death and destruction, but also rebirth and regeneration. This can be quite a pivotal moment of clinging onto an old version of you and welcoming in a version of you that is more aligned with your higher self. And then finally, also on April 18th, we have Mercury conjuncting Uranus and Taurus. This highly energetic transit between Mercury and Uranus gets some grounding with earthy Taurus, but still expect things to be fast-moving and erratic. Feeling more open-minded and intuitive, you're bound to get out-of-the-box ideas and thoughts during this time, which is great for any projects or obstacles you're facing. But the other side of the coin is that you're also likely to feel quite distracted, which can make studying or working on certain types of projects more difficult. You may notice you're more blunt during this time, so heed caution in regards to interrupting others and speaking without thinking first. Unexpected news could be coming in, and even from an unexpected source. You could be meeting and speaking to different types of people you normally wouldn't interact with. The advice for this transit is to be flexible, as it's likely any plans that are made will change in some regard. So with all of that being said, we are going to get into the tarot now. So first, I want to take a look at what the overall energy is going to be for this full moon. Spirit guides, please, what is the main energy for this full moon in Libra for the collective that's happening April? Oh, okay, so we have two. Wow, we have the Chariot and we have the Nine of Cups. Wow, that's beautiful. Okay, so we have Cancer energy here with the Chariot. On the back of the deck, we have the Five of Swords. Okay, this is so amazing. I'm really excited. So it's funny because Cancer is ruled by the moon, and we are talking about a full moon here. So basically the overall energy of this full moon is moving in the direction towards your deepest desires and your dreams. You're moving away from any situations of conflict, situations where you feel like you've been betrayed, or situations where you feel like it's really a win-lose situation, and you're leaving all the drama behind, you're leaving all the chaos behind, and you're channeling all of that energy into moving forward and putting that energy into really chasing your dreams and achieving your dreams. The Nine of Cups is all about wish fulfillment. So if you've been trying to manifest something specific, I see this full moon in Libra really, I'm hearing like you'll be making leaps and bounds towards your desires or your manifestations or whatever goal that you've set for yourself. And also I'm hearing that like whatever you've been doing, keep doing it. Cancer is very intuitive, especially with the influence of the moon being the ruling planet for Cancer. And so if you've been following your intuition in regards to moving towards a goal, moving towards some kind of wish fulfillment, like keep doing that. You're on the right path, you're on the right track. And by continuing to follow your intuition and following those internal nudges that you're getting, it's literally leading you straight to your goals and your manifestations. This is seriously so beautiful and exciting. I also feel like, so you're moving away from a period of instability, and like if you've been doing shadow work, or if you've been doing like a spring cleaning of your life, or just, you know, like walking away from people and situations that aren't serving you, kind of like, I'm just hearing cleaning up your act. So whatever that means for you, you could be like decluttering your house, you could be, you know, like changing your lifestyle a bit to be more healthy, whatever the case is. This period is going to bring you a lot more balance. And the reason that it's going to be bringing you a lot of balance is because you've been working to create that for yourself. And that's really how we manifest things, right? We often think like, oh, once I get this thing, then I'm going to be happy, or then I'll be successful. But the real key to manifesting is embodying and being and feeling this thing, this idea, before you have it. So if you've been working to create balance in your life, know that balance is coming in. For some of you, this could be about moving in some way, because Cancer rules the 4th house, which is all about our roots, our home life, things like that. So you could be moving to a new home, you could be moving to your dream home, to your dream location maybe. You could be renovating your home in some way or beautifying it in some way. But overall, I'm seeing like a lot of grounded, stable energy here with the Chariot and the 9 of Cups. And I'm really feeling that you're going to be feeling really confident, really energized, really happy. Like, I'm just getting like such a good vibe from these cards. Like, I'm not even feeling this 5 of Swords at all. It's like this is all in the past now, and it's like you're recycling the energy that you used to put into the situation, and it's like you have laser focus on your goal, and that's what's driving you forward. And doing that is exactly what's going to make you obtain your goal and get this wish fulfillment. Also, I'm hearing you may be inclined to work with selenite or to work with crystals that are related to the solar plexus chakra. For example, citrine, sunstone, tiger's eye, pyrite. There's a lot of different crystals that pertain to that chakra. Because I feel like walking away from whatever the situation was has really allowed you to call your power back, and we have all of this yellow energy here. So I feel like your solar plexus has been purging a lot lately, and because of that, it's really strengthening and healing, and you're kind of going through like an upgrade or regeneration. Also, I'm hearing, so this manifestation or whatever this goal that you've been trying to work towards, it could be coming in 7 to 9 weeks. But there's something about this full moon that's really like fast tracking you to your desires. So I want to grab some more cards and let's see if we can get some more information. Okay, Spirit Guides, so what can the collective expect with this full moon in Libra that's happening April 16, 2022, please? What can the collective expect with this full moon in Libra? Okay, so we have the 3 of Swords. What can the collective expect with this full moon in Libra on April 16, 2022, please? What can the collective expect? Okay, so we also have Justice. So we have Libra energy here. We have the 2 of Pentacles. And we have the 6 of Pentacles. I want to grab one more card, I think. Spirit guys, can we get one more card, please? What can the collective expect with this full moon in Libra happening on April 16, 2022, please? What can the collective expect? What is happening with this full moon in Libra? Ooh, oh my god, look at that. We have the 10 of Cups ending the reading. Wow, yeah. 10 of Cups. On the back of the deck, we have... wow, we have the 10 of Pentacles. This is big energy, you guys. Wow. What a way to end this spread. Okay, so I'm actually just going to move these up a bit. Wow, there's so much about balance here. Okay, we're gonna get into it. So I was talking about balance with the Chariot because it does talk about duality. And then we have Justice, which is ruled by Libra. We have the Scales talking about balance. We have the 2 of Pentacles talking about balance. And we have the 6 of Pentacles, again, talking about balance. So this full moon is really highlighting any area of your life that's out of whack, out of balance. And so if you are having a hard time identifying what's out of balance in your life, I think this full moon is really going to be putting a magnifying glass over that and making it really, really obvious to you so that you can, you know, be aware of it and like do something about it, right? So if this is about a relationship, for your example, and you've been giving more than you've been receiving, this full moon could be highlighting that situation, and maybe something a bit more dramatic is going to happen. And like, I'm not saying this to scare you in any way, and I don't even feel like this isn't a tower moment, okay? This is just like, I just feel like if you're not aware of what's out of balance, the universe is just going to be making it a bit more obvious for you so that you can create that balance. Okay, so if this is about a relationship, maybe you just finally come to your wit's end about it and you realize like, hey, you know, like I've been giving a lot to this connection and like I'm not really getting anything back. You know, maybe I need to set more boundaries. If this is about a work situation, like I've been working overtime, I've been working weekends, I'm like always checking my emails and taking phone calls, and I'm like doing a lot of work, but I'm not being paid extra for that, you know, or I'm not spending as much time with my family as I'd want to, or I'm not spending enough time doing my hobbies as I want to. Like, the universe is going to highlight that for you so that you can really identify what's a priority in your life, so that you can focus more on your priorities and kind of like turn down the volume on stuff that's taking your energy but not giving back to you. So you might have been feeling conflicted about something. Again, like this could be, there's so many different situations, so you're gonna have to use your own discernment. And I feel like for the majority of you, you are aware of what's out of balance, but I think maybe it's more of the idea that, like, you know, when you know something and you know better, but you're just trying to like ignore the fact that you know better and that something needs to change. I feel like it's that. So either you're plenty aware of what's out of balance and you're actively working on balancing that out, or you've been feeling a bit conflicted about something, like knowing that you should be taking some kind of corrective action, but also like being a bit hesitant. But either way, I see the situation resolving, because we have the Ten of Cups and we have the Ten of Pentacles. So kind of like what I mentioned at the beginning, whatever you're doing, keep doing it, because your soul and your higher self is leading you in the right direction as long as you keep listening to your intuition. So if you're feeling confused in some way, or, you know, you're really busy, and I'm kind of just picturing you like this like little tornado that's kind of like bouncing from thing to thing. So if you're really busy, take time to bring yourself down. Like, just take a deep breath, take a few deep breaths. Okay, really ground yourself, tune out everything that's happening, and the clarity will come, the answers will come. It's much easier to deal with things when we're coming from a state of being grounded, when we're centered. When our mind's going all over the place and we're running around and we're rushing and we have a lot on our plate, it can be really, really hard to find that clarity. And I mean, like, of course, there's always going to be times in our life when we're really busy, like it's just unavoidable at times. But if you find yourself in that situation of just being like, I don't know what to do here, like I'm feeling really overwhelmed and I like don't know how to fix it, there's a lot going on, try to find some time in your day, even if it's 5 minutes, to just put your phone to the side, you know, sit on the floor or sit outside in nature and just breathe for 5 minutes and try to tune out all the mental chatter. Bring yourself back down, and it'll be much easier for you to identify how you can rebalance this situation. And as well, your guides really want you to reach out to them because they want to help you too. The Six of Pentacles to me pretty much like always represents like, it's like this is your spirit guide and they're here to help you. They really want to give to you. But they can only do that if you ask them. So if you're able to take some time out, you can reach out to them and just say, you know, help me find clarity on this situation. Help me to identify what's out of balance. Help me to identify how I can fix this. Or you could also just say, like, I'm surrendering to this and I'm, you know, giving you these burdens that I'm feeling, this stress that I'm feeling, and I want you to intervene and balance the situation for me. Whatever you're the most comfortable with. With the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, like some advice that I'm hearing is maybe spending time with family, your children, your pets, your friends. This could really help to kind of like ground you and allow you to be more present if you find yourself either ruminating over the past or stressing over the future. Or this can even be like a strong indication that what's out of balance is particularly about your connections, because we have the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. But again, it doesn't have to be the case. Like, this could also be about work. This could literally be about an imbalance in any area of your life. But like, this is literally so amazing because as part of the main energy, we have the Nine of Cups, and then we have the Ten of Cups. So it's like I said before, how this like is not the energy of a Tower moment. Like, these imbalances like don't feel really that big, and that's not to invalidate anyone's experiences or anything like that, but I just feel like with this full moon in Libra, like things will resolve quite effortlessly or quite easily, or maybe just easier than you thought it would, right? Because you could be overthinking a lot with the Three of Swords and the Two of Pentacles, and a lot of the times when we start to overthink about something, we make things seem a lot bigger than what they are, and then it's like the solution is actually something that's quite simple, and then we're like, oh, okay. Like, well, why didn't I just do that to start with? You know what I mean? But there's so much happiness and fulfillment that's coming, like literally total emotional fulfillment. And even this could be about financial wealth in some way, if that's something you've been trying to manifest or something that you've been working on. You could be seeing a lot of money coming in, also with the Six of Pentacles here, like someone giving you that raise that you've been wanting, or someone offering you like a better position, a better job, like a better career opportunity. Whatever it is that you've been like really focusing on or really working on, really striving towards, it's like that's the thing that's going to be coming in for you, either around the time of the full moon or, like I said, 7 to 9 weeks. But there's something about this full moon that's really fast tracking you towards your wish fulfillment. So it could be that by making these tweaks and changes and rebalancing those areas of your life that are a little bit over whack, by having that balance and harmony is what's bringing you a lot closer. It's like, okay, like let's say you're at this level right now, and then you kind of identify what's been out of balance and you take action to correct that. It's like you jump up a level, and now you're like up here, and you're a lot closer to getting your dreams, your manifestations, and then you're continuing on that path. I also just saw 3030 on the clock. So the number 3 could be significant to you. Maybe you've been seeing repeating 3s a lot. 3 is the number of the Empress. So this is, again, like all about abundance, fertility, passion, abundance in any form. So this could also be about a creative project as well. Because the Empress is ruled by Venus, which also rules Libra. So if you've been having like creative block, writer's block, if you've been feeling uninspired in some way because you've been really busy with other things or just feeling unbalanced, I see that clearing up for you. You could also be seeing rainbows as a sign that you're either on the right path or close to achieving your goal. Okay, I now want to find out what the blessings and what the challenges will be during this full moon. So spirit guides, please, what blessings can the collective expect with this full moon in Libra? Oh wow, that's so funny. Okay, so maybe it is a tower moment. No, I'm kidding. I'm not seeing this in like a destructive way. Oh, look at that. We have the Fool on the back. Yeah, so that's so funny. Oh, wow. We have the Ten of Cups under the Fool. Yes. Okay, so you're definitely going to be... Oh, wow. Okay, so the moon wanted to come out. So again, more Cancer energy. Okay, I'm gonna keep all of these out, and I'm just gonna put the deck aside for a moment. So you're definitely coming into a lot of clarity. You're going to be, like I said, really realizing what's been out of balance for you. You're really going to be identifying what's not working and identifying what your priorities are, and you're going to focus on that rather than being stuck in this confusion, being stuck in this like feeling of conflict within yourself. And with this with this new perspective, this fresh perspective, it's like you're going in a new direction now with the Fool and the Chariot. It's like you're realizing what's really important to you. You're realizing what it is that you want to spend your energy and your time on, and you're focusing on that instead of focusing on maybe trivial things or things that just aren't in alignment with where you're trying to go. And again, there's more about balance here with the moon. Dogs could be really significant. We have a lot of dogs here. Like there's a dog in the Fool card, there's 2 in the moon, there's 2 in the Ten of Pentacles. So if you have a dog, this could be about spending more time with them. Maybe while you're spending time with them, you have these kinds of realizations. Or if you know someone that has a dog, maybe spend more time with them. Dogs or wolves could also be like a spirit animal for you at this time. So if you're interested, you can do some research just to see if there's any additional messages there for you. But overall, whatever this blessing that's coming in with the full moon in Libra is that you're really identifying truly like what matters to you. And I just kind of see you saying like, you know what, this other stuff, it's not even worth it. It has nothing to do with what I actually want in life. It has nothing to do with getting me onto the path of my deepest desires and manifestations. And I'm no longer in conflict. I'm no longer confused about what to do, which way to go, how to make things better. And oh, I forgot the name of the skit, or like a music video or whatever, however you would call it. I'll link it on the screen when I find it, but it's like these two parents talking to their like teenage daughter, and they're like, Becky, what are you gonna do with your life? She's like, I'm gonna get what I want. It's like, that's literally your energy now. Like, having that clarity, identifying like truly what it is that you want and moving in that direction, and pushing aside everything else that's not relevant to that. It's like everything unaligned must go, and you're just like clearing the path and moving in that direction with this like, which such like verve and fortitude with the Chariot here. It's like, once you have this moment of clarity, like there's nothing stopping you. Like, you're just gonna like bulldoze your way straight towards your dreams. Wow, I love this so much. Okay, now let's find out what the biggest challenge will be during this full moon. So spirit guides, please, what is the biggest challenge that the collective will face during this full moon in Libra? What is the biggest challenge that the collective will face during this full moon in Libra? Okay, so we have the Knight of Cups. We also have, wow, we have the Sun. Okay, we have the Seven of Wands. And I'm feeling this top card. We have the Six of Swords. Okay, on the back of the deck, we have, wow, we have the World. Okay, so let me just make some room here. 2 seconds. I'll put the Ten of Pentacles here and move this deck out of the way. Okay, so in terms of the biggest challenges, or the biggest challenge that you might be facing during this full moon, what I'm seeing is you may be having a hard time focusing on like taking these actions. If you didn't listen to the like the bit of the video where I was talking about some of the other astrological events, there's oh, now I can't even remember what it is. Mercury conjuncting Uranus, I think. But it does talk about like feeling really distracted in some regards. I feel like you're going to be getting a lot of invitations to events, invitations to go out with your friends, having fun. And with the Seven of Wands, it's like, I feel like you're really going to have to be strong with your boundaries and like really put your foot down and be like, I would love to go out with you, I would love to go do this thing, but like I really need to be focusing on this instead, and like literally fighting off invitations to like go out and have fun. And I'm not saying that like you can never go out and have fun again until you achieve this, but I feel like there's going to be an influx in invitations and like people reaching out to you, wanting to, you know, spend time with you, things like that. And it's like, I mean, like you can, at the end of the day, like you do whatever you want, but you know, like this Three of Swords, it's like in your heart, it's like you feel like, you know, you should be focusing on whatever it is you need to focus on, if it's a project or relationship, whatever. But mentally, you might be feeling really enticed to go out. The example that's coming to mind is like, let's say you're in school or you're taking a course of some kind, and it's Friday night, Saturday night, and your friends are all texting you saying that they're gonna go out to this club or they're gonna go out to this bar, they're gonna go out to dinner and like go have fun and all this stuff, and they really want you to come. On one hand, you're like, heck yeah, I want to go out and have fun with my friends. But on the other hand, you're like, well, I have 2 exams next week, and I've also been trying to save up my money so that I can, you know, buy myself something nice, or so that I can like buy a piece of equipment that is going to help me work on this project that I'm working on. So it's really going to take a lot of mental strength for you to keep focusing on what it is that okay, so the best way I can describe it is long-term success versus instant gratification. Okay, so it's like, yeah, you could go out every weekend and like having fun with your friends, all that, or you can save your money, you can save your energy and put it towards things that are actually going to benefit you in the future. Not that hanging out with your friends isn't beneficial, but I think you get what I'm trying to say. Your biggest challenge is really going to be closing out this cycle of not prioritizing the things that are going to make you happiest in the long run. And with all the fixed signs here on the world card, it's like, yeah, to be like, you may have to even like be a little bit stubborn about it, is something that I'm getting. To really just like hold your position and be firm in doing what's best for you. You know, there's absolutely nothing wrong with letting loose and going to have fun. Like, those are things that we need. But again, it all comes down to balance. Like, we can't be going out and having fun all the time and then ignoring our priorities, ignoring the things that are going to make us happy, successful, and stable in the long term, right? So, wow. Okay, I gotta show you this. The Wheel of Fortune was underneath the World card. Exactly. Like, I feel like there's going to be a lot happening, like, going on around you. And traditionally, the Wheel of Fortune has the 4 fixed signs in it as well. And it's really just like reiterating that message of like standing your ground, holding your vision, and like not slipping, if that makes sense. The lyric from Other Side by the Red Hot Chili Peppers that goes, "How long will I slide?" is something that I'm hearing. Okay, so let's grab some advice now. Spirit guides, please, what advice can you offer the collective for this full moon in Libra, please? What advice can you offer the collective for this full moon in Libra that's happening April 16, 2022, please? Okay, so we have the 3 of Swords again. If I put this down here, yeah, you can see it. What advice and guidance can you give the collective in regards to this full moon in Libra? What is the advice, please? Okay, so we also have, let me put this down. So we have the King of Pentacles. We have Temperance. I'm not surprised. I was waiting for Temperance to come out. And we have the Ace of Swords. Yeah. And on the back of the deck, we have the 8 of Wands. Yeah. Okay, so I'll put this here. Underneath that, we have the 8 of Pentacles. So what I'm getting with the 3 of Swords, particularly with this imagery, it's like, you know, we've been talking about maybe feeling conflicted, like head versus heart, knowing you should do one thing, but feeling a different way. And it's like, there's 2 swords facing down and 1 that's facing up. And it's, you know, we even have the Ace of Swords here. So it's like, it's like there's one thing that you should be focusing on, or like it's like there's one right answer. And I don't mean, like, not right answer. What's the right word to use? I don't mean right in the sense of like the other options are wrong, but it's like there's one true option. There's one decision or one like path that you know is ultimately going to lead you to your happiness and your fulfillment. These other things are just distractions. So focus on finding clarity. Communicate this to your friends and your family or anyone who it's relevant to. Because I did talk about setting boundaries. So you can just say, like, back to the example that I had mentioned. If your friends are, you know, inviting you out a lot, you can like just communicate to them. Be like, hey, like, I would love to go out with you this weekend, or like, I love going out with you guys on the weekends and stuff, but this project that I'm working on is really important to me, or my grades this semester are really important to me. My job has a lot of deadlines coming up, and as much as I would love to go hang out with you, I know that it's better for me to stay in and to focus on these things. Like, I can go out with you guys once a month or every other week. Something like that, like literally just communicating to your loved ones what it is that you're doing and like why you're needing to set these boundaries. Communicating why it's really important for you. And with the King of Pentacles, it's like, yeah, to be really firm and grounded in what you know is best for you. Really take things slowly, because like we're talking about at the beginning, like I feel like either you're really busy in like your external environment, or like your mind has been very busy, and there's strong encouragement to just slow down a bit, to like find the happy middle of work and play and rest, and, you know, putting work in towards your goals, but also taking a break from that and focusing on the other areas of your life. Like it's all a bit of like a mix and match game, okay? It can be really, really hard to find balance because, you know, there's so many things that we're balancing. It's not like there's just two things for us to do and that's it. Like, you have your family, you have your friends, you may have like a romantic partner, you may have kids, you may have a job, you may go to school, okay? You may have hobbies, like house chores. Like there's so many different things that we have to balance, and it can be really, really freaking hard to find that balance. So don't be hard on yourself if you've been struggling to do this, okay? It's something that we all go through, but the advice is just to keep trying. It's kind of like a trial and error thing of like figuring out how to best spend your energy and how to spread it out in a way that, you know, everything feels a bit more calm. Okay, with the Eight of Wands, it's like, do what feels the most natural to you. Like if it doesn't feel good, that's something to pay attention to, okay? But yeah, with the octopus here on the Eight of Pentacles, it's like, yeah, I feel like you have your hands in a lot of different buckets, pots. I don't know what the phrase is, but I think you get what I'm trying to say. And that, you know, it's probably not going to be easy to find this balance, right? It's probably going to take a lot of work, but that doesn't mean that you can't do it, okay? You can do this. You can do difficult things. I believe in you, and so does the universe, and so does your guides. So that's everything that I'm seeing for you. Let me know in the comments how this resonated. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed watching, and hit the post notification bell so you never miss out on when I upload a video. I love you so, so much. Thank you so much for letting me read for you today, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!